Welcome to the online presentation of SafariCalc, your go-to platform for calculating and presenting Safari proposals with speed and precision. SafariCalc features two essential components: a comprehensive Safari builder and a robust pricing engine, with more exciting features coming soon. Think of us as your trusted partner, similar to Tour HQ or Safari bookings, but with a significant twist. Unlike others, we don't charge cumbersome commissions. Instead, we follow a straightforward annual membership model, free from hidden fees or performance limitations. Each itinerary showcases live pricing and instant quotes, allowing users to easily adjust traveler numbers and receive immediate costs. Clients can choose to book directly or request more information effortlessly. With SafariCalc, we foster a fair, competitive space where outstanding offers shine, ensuring travelers enjoy unforgettable safari adventures. Welcome to SafariCalc, where proposals are faster, pricing is clearer, and your next safari starts now.
And now, let's move to dashboard instructions.
Let's start from the basics, and that are locations and lodges. Locations are a known term for you. Here you put all the national parks, reserves, natural landmarks, and everything else worth visiting that you use when creating Safari proposal. From the app perspective, location structure is quite simple because it consists only of name, description, which would be used as your day description inside the proposal. Different kinds of mandatory fees like entrance fees, vehicle fees, and similar. And cover image, that is the main photo for your location, also used as default location image in the proposal. All fees are grouped as per person, per vehicle, or per group. You can create them easy within each location, as you can see. Simple form, selection, and the cost. Lodges are a bit more complex structure because here we have seasons, rooms, and activities. But to start with, let's create a lodge. You set its name, decide to which location it belongs. In case there are multiple locations, you can select as many as needed. You also define here rate for children sharing. Default percentage is 50%, and also price for children staying in own room. And here, default percentage is set at 75% of the adult rate, and you can set these per each individual lodge. Once the lodge is created, you should set seasons first and make sure dates do not overlap. You will be able to check that on the table of seasons located above the form for adding new season. Once seasons are defined, you should add room types, as many as you need. Once the rooms are added, you go to the tab called Rates so that you can set prices for the room types created as per the seasons defined for the lodge. Once that is in place, you are done with the rooms, and you can go to Activities tab and to set all the needed activities for your lodge. We named tab activities, but here you are also able to add mandatory costs like all kinds of supplements, Christmas, Easter, extra meals, Safari vehicles cost, staff rooms, extra activities like excursions or any other special events organized by lodge. Here, you also have option to set the price per person, vehicle, or group. Last but not least, there is a Photo Gallery tab where you should add the photos of the lodge, which would be used in your Safari itinerary builder. One of the photos should be set as cover, to be used as a first choice, especially in the itinerary PDF. All you have to do is click on the button below the image to make it cover one. Once you're done with the gallery, the lodge is complete. Services tab is reserved for your own activities and services, like, for example, airport transfers, Safari vehicle day cost, guide cost, local excursions, or any other optional activity you're able to offer to potential clients of yours. Here as well, you can set the prices per person, per vehicle, or per group. It is pretty much straightforward. Local flights is the next tab, and here you are adding the local routes you use with the locations you are offering. Each route can be one way of return flight, and the pricing is set per person for all 3 age groups: adults, children, and infants. This is not a timetable. It is simply the list of flight you use with the cost per person. Connected to this tab, you have also the airstrips, which you obviously need to set up the route and carriers, if you need to distinguish the flights for easier management. Both of these are simple textual inputs, which we do not need to explain in details, as you can see. Then we come to 2 tabs, which are included and excluded, where you build the list of all the things that might be added as one or the other, and you get to select in each itinerary what should be added or skipped. These are again simple textual inputs that do not need detailed explanation. Profile page is general page, where you add your own details like logo, phone number, email address, company colors, primary and secondary, which are to be used primarily in your PDF-generated itineraries. This area will be extended once the platform is fully finished in few months. For now, you have enough here to set all you need to start itineraries building. And finally, we get to the itinerary builder. After you have set all the above details, we deliberately left the Safari Builder pages last, for you to understand what needs to be done prior, in order to have all the information at your disposal for building Safari itinerary. So, here we go. After you click New Proposal, the window will show you the form where you fill the name of the client, Safari starting date, and number of people. That is simple enough to get things started, and once you finish adding the necessary details, you press Create Proposal button, which will take you to the actual Safari Builder form. So, now on this new form, you see your already populated values and bunch of new fields and forms. So, let's start from the beginning. You should define the title of the itinerary, which should be something like 3 days safari to Tarangire, Lake Manyara, and Ngorongoro Crater. Once the title is in place, you can go on and start building your itinerary. We scroll down to Add Safari Day form, where you select your locations and lodges you will be using for each day of your safari. You will notice that each safari day can be added as 1 night or multiple nights, if more time is needed for specific location. The builder will join these days together, so they become, for example, Day 2 to 4 Serengeti National Park. Also, depending on the size of your group, you can add specific number of rooms of specific type to accommodate all your travelers properly. There is also checkbox in case you decide to place children in their own room, and the pricing engine will immediately calculate children rates differently. Once you add all the necessary days of the safari, you can also add the local flights if involved. The number of people is already there because it follows your set number of travelers when you started the building of the itinerary. All you have to do is select right routes for your needs. You can add multiple routes here if necessary. It is all just few clicks. Also, you can add here on the form above your own services to be added to this itinerary. And as we explained earlier what your services would be, just one small note here. Services are added per unit, which means they are not related to the number of days your itinerary has. With that being said, if your safari vehicle is needed for all the days of the cave viewing, you need to select them enough times. In this example, where we have 2 adults and 2 children, and 3 days safari, means that we need safari vehicle in quantity that is 3. Same would go for any other service of yours. You have to think about the need of your group and set the quantities accordingly. Also, let us not forget that you have all the way at the bottom section where you select what is included or excluded based on the list of all things that are belonging to each of the groups. Above, we already mentioned where these items are to be added. When you have added all the necessary elements of your itinerary, you can also opt to add some of the activities of the lodge. To do so, let's scroll above to the section where itinerary is, and you click on Edit button, which will open the box below, allowing you to add lodge activities from the drop-down menu, and besides that, you can add custom description for your Safari day. The one you see right now is default one you placed inside location when you added it. You can also set custom cover image for a day, and that image overwrites the cover image you have set for the location. This comes handy if you have one location repeating in the itinerary, but not consecutively, in which case you have to change the photo. Or if you simply do not want one photo showing over and over in your itineraries, including one specific location. Once you add and change/edit all you wanted, you click Save button to close the editing box. There is one more important part of the Safari Proposal Builder, and that is markup. We have named markup service and planning fee because it sounds better if you need to show the price breakdown to the client. And you do have the price breakdown inside the PDF generated for the Safari and also in the link that presents again fully priced itinerary with all the details of the price structure. For each Safari, you set custom markup, which you can edit anytime. Every Safari proposal you create is fully editable, and one more feature of this builder is that you can reorder the days of the itinerary if you need to. It all functions on drag and drop, and itinerary days automatically adjust to the new order. Once the itinerary is done, you can also publish the invoice for the client, which you can send to him as a reference. We hope you enjoyed this video presentation, and if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact us. Have a great day!